Well, in this lesson, we are going to learn about the self-concept. One self-concept is a collection of beliefs about oneself. Generally, self-concept embodies the answer to the question, who am I? Self-concept is distinguishable from self-awareness, which refers to the extent to which self-knowledge is defined, consistent, and currently applicable to one's attitudes and dispositions. Self-concept is who we think we are, the picture we have of ourselves plus the picture we think others have of us. Self-concept plays an important part in our overall wellness. It affects the way we look of our body, how we express ourselves and interact with our friends, and it even influences how we make decisions. The self-concept is generally thought as our individual perceptions of our behavior, abilities, and unique characteristics, a mental picture of who you are as a person. For example, beliefs such as I am a good person, I am a brave person are part of an overall self-concept. There are four main components of the self-concepts, which are self-schemas, past self, present self, and future or possible selves. The first component is the self-schemas. The self-schemas often refer to a long-lasting and stable set of memories that summarizes a person's beliefs, experiences, and generalizations about the self, in specific behavior about the self in specific behavior domains. We all have ideas and beliefs about ourselves. Each of these beliefs includes our overall perceptions of ourselves, outgoing, shy, talkative, as well as your knowledge of past experiences in similar situations. For example, if you have to give a speech, your self-schema might be that you are shy in situations which you have to speak in public, because you have an overall belief about your personality as well as past experiences talking in public situations. You probably already have a fairly good idea of how you will feel, think, and act in this situation. Among other things, people can hold self-schemas about behaviors, personality traits, physical characteristics, and interests. When people are very high or extreme in a certain area, they are described as being self-schematic in that dimension. Self-schemas are influenced heavily by past experiences, relationships, upbringings, the society, and culture. In addition to holding self-schemas about our current selves, some experts to have suggested that we also have some self-schemas about our future. Those reflect who we want to be, which might include both negative and positive ideas about our future. Our initial self-schemas begin from childhood. They are shaped by feedback we receive from caregivers and parents. Self-schemas are also shaped by various roles and responsibilities we take in life. Our experiences as friends, siblings, parents, and co-workers, among all, influences how we think and feel about ourselves, plus how we act in certain situations. So we know that we have self-schemas about how we think, feel, and act, but how do these ideas really influence our behaviors? Researchers has found that if you believe you are self-schematic in a particular dimension, you are more likely to perform well in that area. For example, if you are confident about your drawing ability, you are likely to develop drawing skills quickly and become a professional. One of the easiest ways to get a better idea of your own self-schemas is to answer the question, who am I? Imagine that you are providing these answers to yourself, not anyone else. Write down 20 different things that answer this question as they occur to you without spending a lot of time thinking about how logical or important they are. Once you are done, you should analyze your answers. You will find that some things are negative while others are positive. But don't worry, that's exactly who you are. Then you will see your strengths and weakness. Make a plan of how you're going to maintain your strengths and put aside the weaknesses you need to put out of your life, and determine the skills you need to develop the areas where you are weak. Surprisingly, by doing that, you are contributing to who you want to be. In addition to the self-concept, past self is who you used to be. The present self is who you are today, and the future self is who you want to be. Self-concept includes the gaps between your past, present, and the future. Those gaps are called self-schemas. There is always a change between the past and the present, and that change is a motivation that assures you that the future will be even more beautiful. It is an inspirational story of your life that empowers you to work hard and move forward. In the next lesson, we will learn about planning, which will include self-development planning, budget planning, business planning, and production planning.